Today we're going to be looking at how to solve for a missing angle in a triangle when you're given two known angles and you've got that third one that you need to solve for. So first of all, we've already watched the video and talked about why a triangle has a total of 180 degrees inside of it. The sum of the interior angles will always be 180 degrees. You will be turning in your work today, so you want to make sure that you are following these steps the way that I model for you, because we're also practicing our algebra skills. So here we have a triangle, and we have one angle that's 100 degrees, one angle that's 30 degrees, and we need to solve for x, which is this unknown angle, and figure out what its total is. I realize that some of you are able to do this in your head, but as usual, we're going to be starting off with easy problems that will then be moving up into more complex. And so as we're practicing, we're not only practicing the finding it, but we're practicing the process. We're fine-tuning that process. So I'm going to take all three of these angle measures, and I know that combined they have to equal 180. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the 100 and the 30, which of course gives me 130. So then I know that 130 plus x has to equal 180. So then I subtract, or I take the opposite of positive 130 and combine that on both sides of the equation. So on the left side, it cancels out and I'm left with x. On the right side, it says 180 minus 130 leaves me with 50 degrees as my answer. On formative, you're not going to worry about the degree sign. You're just going to type in the number. You're not going to type in x equals. You're just going to type in the 50 in this case. Now, if we look at this triangle, we need to name it. First of all, we notice that there is an obtuse angle. So we know that it's going to be something obtuse, and our x is actually 50. So none of my angles are equal, so that means none of my sides are equal. So this is a scalene obtuse triangle. Let's look at another one. We need to find the third angle. This one I'm going to name S this time. On your assignment today, you may see different letters, and you're going to be solving for the letter. It's not always X. It could be any letter in the alphabet. They will always be lowercase, though. So 50 plus 50 is 100. So I know that 100 plus S is going to equal 180. So now I need to solve my equation. Whatever I do to the left, I'm going to do to the right to keep my equation balanced. So I'm left with 180 minus 100, which is 80 degrees. So S then is equal to 80 degrees. So when I name this triangle, I'm going to look here at the angles. They are all acute angles, and I have two of them that are the same. Two angles that are the same means I have two sides that are the same. So this would be an isosceles. All of my angles are acute, so it's an isosceles acute triangle. One more example. We need to find the measure of the third side. I'm going to name it M. I also know that this little box here is code for 90 degrees. So I know that angle has a value of 90 degrees. So let's see, I'm going to combine 60 and 90, and that's going to give me 150. So 150 plus M is going to equal 180. I need to remove the 150 from both sides. I want to isolate that variable. So I'm left with M. On the left, 180 minus 150 is 30. So M has to be 30 degrees. So to name this triangle, I've got one right angle, and I have no angles that are equal. So then this is a scalene right triangle. Remember, you are turning in your work today. I need to see this work where you set up and solve your equations. So make sure that your work is neat and organized and it follows a logical method. If you have any questions, let me know.